I'm the director of Ori Inu Search Yourself.
Hi, I'm Helen Bayane and I'm playing the role of Natalia.
Hi, I'm Trayvon Lyle and I'm playing the role of Jadafi.
Hello everybody, I'm Adebukola Ajao and I'm here with the cast of Ori Inu. And I'm going to start with you, Chelsea, since you're the director, writer. Where did you get the idea for this film and what direction do you see it going? I mean, last August when we first were thinking about different ideas, Mike Brown got shot and we're thinking, me and my brother who co-wrote it with us was like, should we write a piece about this? And unfortunately, realistically, too many black films don't get chosen, right? So Fruitvale Station came out a year before we were trying to make this film, so we're like, nah, realistically it wouldn't make sense for us to make a film like that. And my brother presented me with this article from NPR, and it was about how in Brazil there's a whole bunch of religious persecution going on, and it just touched me, and I was like, number one, we don't hear about the struggle of Afro-Latinas, we don't hear about African spiritualities, and the fact that people in Brazil are getting oppressed and nobody knows about it, and Brazil being one of the highest population of black people after Nigeria, to me was just crazy. So I wanted to give them a voice and tell a story and empower them. To essentially, hopefully, live in a world where there's no religious persecution and live in a multicultural society where all different spiritualities and races are accepted. So yeah, that's what brought up the idea. Thank you. Helen, can you please tell us a little bit more about your role as a protagonist? How do you feel when you're in that character? I know as a black individual, you know, we're all black individuals, and at some point in the life of a young person, you go through that process of what's going on? Like, am I supposed to follow this? This is my ancestry. This is my history. So how do you feel as a black individual playing this film?
Well, you know, the amazing thing about what Natalia is going through is that she's ultimately trying to figure out her identity, and that's a universal struggle. That has nothing to do with just being black. That is something that everyone universally can connect with. It just so happened that this is a black story. And I'm Ethiopian American. I've had a very similar journey growing up, trying to figure out the balance of being, you know, black American and East African, and like growing up in Philly and like what that means, and like not being black enough and then not being Ethiopian enough because I don't speak the language, and wanting to like be grounded in this multicultural identity that like exists within everyone in America, you know. So it was really easy for me to like relate to Natalia and understand, you know, trying to figure out who you are, and like especially when you're living your life and you know you have a routine and people are telling you one thing, and like with like Christianity, for example, like it's forced upon her, and being able to separate yourself from that and not necessarily say this is right or wrong, but to know that like this is not for me, this is not right for me, something is missing and I need to figure that out. And that is a similar thing that I experienced with my Ethiopian heritage.
Awesome. Same for you, sir?
Yeah, just my role.
Yeah.
For me, Jadafi ironically also represents the journey that I've been through, because Jadafi spends a lot of time, one, listening to Natalia talk about, you know, different spiritual beliefs or cultural beliefs, and I remember, you know, being with my ex-girlfriend and that being the thing a lot, but then there's also that phase, I think, as a spiritual explorer, as a person trying to find themselves, where you go through a phase where you're a person that you look back on and you don't like. You're like, wow, I used to be like that, you know?
Right.
So for me, Jadafi is kind of that phase of transitioning out of the phase I was in, where I wasn't the biggest fan of myself. Now, if that makes any sense. Like at the time, I was like, yeah, you know what I mean, I'm cool. You know, whereas now it's like, looking back, it's like, like I said, when exploring yourself, you go through a phase where you're still learning, you know, and I think Jadafi is at that phase, you know, but he's nevertheless passionate, you know, and ultimately he wants to, you know, share the truth that he discovered with everybody.
Obviously, this is day 2 of filming. You know, you've all read the script. What is one takeaway from the script and the film itself that you envision that you would love, you know, the fans to hear before the movie drops? So I think that for me, as a director, the idea of black godliness is something that we never hear about. We watch films about Greek mythology, and that's okay. You know, that's it. We can praise the Greek gods, but as soon as it becomes black gods, there's something very taboo about it. So for me, I was like, I want to have black gods on screen.
that are beautiful, and that I want to have melanated, beautiful black people highlighted on screen to, number one, empower black people to kind of reconnect with their past, to truly find their destiny, you know, like Ori Inu's In Her Head and Search of Self. So yeah, you know, it's a couple of different things, but most of it's the empowerment of all black people to reconnect with their history, their roots, and to not think it's taboo, to not be ashamed of it, and to really explore that, to see where it takes you, to understand your greater purpose in life that maybe Christianity is kind of preventing us from. I mean, I don't know, or like other things, America, the assimilation of having to assimilate to the cultural and white norms of America are kind of pushing you away from your roots and losing that connection for you. So that's my takeaway.
I mean, there's no better feeling than working with other black artists. That is literally, like, there was a moment when we were on set and I was just like, I am like so full right now. Like, there's just so much energy, and it almost feels like it's like coming from somewhere else, something that's bigger than everyone in the room. And you know, we have musicians, we have actors, we have directors, and the crew is, you know, full of color, you know, and not too much color, but you know, whatever. It's great to like work with those people as well, but ultimately for me, like especially coming from NYU and to be surrounded by so many culturally aware black folk is the most enriching and beautiful thing to like be a part of. And I just think that it's important for one to tell these stories, because like I don't know any films that, aside from like City of God, that actually like touches on like Afro-Brazilian culture, or like, you know, just what it means to be black in different places in the world and not just America, you know. But you know, which is, I think it's great that she goes back to Brazil and that you still see her here as well. So I guess that is basically my takeaway. Just very full.
Yeah, for me it's cool because the script description when Gaddafi first comes to the scene, it's like gold rings on his hand, you know, and then it's like it emphasizes this tall black man with long dreads, you know, and for me that's immediately royal, you know. So like for me, I think the takeaway for me, like seeing how Helen is dressed, seeing how Chelsea the director is dressed, seeing how everyone on set is carrying themselves. I mean, even today with everyone that came in for Oshun and that's Nubian, it's just this sense of black royalty, you know. And for me, I think that's something, with all the oppression that we're facing, with all this, the violence and all this systematic racism, we lose contact with our royalty. And as a result, we're walking around with our heads hung and all this stuff, but we don't realize that our ancestors were royalty, and our past lives we were probably royalty. So it's like, carry yourself like a king or a queen or a prince or a princess, you know? So that's my takeaway, you know, and that's something that empowers me, and I think will empower like little kids that I didn't know I was, you know what I mean? I didn't know about my past when I was a little kid. So for any little boy or girl that sees this, I would love for them to be able to take that away and know who they are, you know?
And just celebrate blackness.
Exactly.
Like there's not enough of that on the screen on television. You know, now there's like, they're like TV shows where they're like, oh, we need a black lead, like come on, let's like cast this just so it looks like there's more color. But now we have a story that is literally about like Afro-Brazilians, but about black people, made by a black woman, starring black people. It doesn't get any better.
Thank you so much for your time. I wish we could have more, but I just want to, you know, reach out to the fans. Please watch Ori Inu, In Search of Self, black film coming soon. Thank you so much for your time. I love you all.
Thank you.